Hey there! Welcome to the channel where you will find love, laughs, and DIYs. My name is Crafty Kathy, and I am so happy and thankful that you came to craft with me today. I'm the owner and creator of Kit's Vintage Farmhouse here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I have some beautiful retro and vintage inspired DIYs. We're going to jump right in. DIY number one is a Woolworth Santa wall art. Okay, I got these two pieces from the thrift store. They say $4 on them, but it was half price day, so I only spent $4 on both of them. And as you see, they're just like wall art pieces. You can get these at any thrift store. You see them like overflowing on the shelves sometimes. They may not be the exact same, but you can find them for sure. And I've got all these different pictures, and these I printed out on rice paper. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you a little slower how I do this because everybody's been asking me how I get my images. Well, I just print them off from Google, but I'm going to show you that in a minute. I came across two different pictures of the Woolworth Santa. And I absolutely love this. Back in the 50s, this was the epitome of Christmas. All the kiddos would get so excited about their little catalogs that came out. And so this is what we're going to work with. The Santa Claus in the little airplane there is actually their 1952 catalog, the picture that was on the front. So what I'm going to do is we don't like straight edges on anything when we decoupage. And so I just put some water on the end of a paintbrush and I go around the pattern exactly where I want it to come apart at. And I like different shapes. I don't want it to be perfectly round, perfectly square, nothing like that, because it just looks more natural and it looks nicer that way. So when it was wet, I just go around and I literally just kind of rip it, but you still do this carefully. You don't want any of your words to rip, but it comes apart so easily. And I buy my rice paper off of Amazon. It's got like little fish on the front of it, and it's actually too big for my printer, so I have to cut an inch off of it because it's 9.5 inches, and you need 8.5 to go in your printer. So anyways, I just go around and I just rip this part off. I do the exact same thing for the red Woolworth Santa. I hope you guys can understand me well through this video. I have a really scratchy throat this morning. My family's fighting the flu and my throat is swollen and sore itself. So I'm going to try to get through this the best I can, guys. I use the DIY liquid patina. It's just like Mod Podge, but it's thinner and I like it better. All I'm going to do is put down a thin coat all over the part where I want my Woolworth Santa to stick. And I start off in the middle and use my fingers to kind of smooth it out. I start off from the center and move my way out because that helps keep the bubbles and the wrinkles down. I love to decoupage with rice paper because there's a lot less wrinkles than with napkins. I'm going to do the exact same thing here, put down my thin coat and put down my blue Santa. You see I start off in the center and work my way out and use my fingers to get all of the wrinkles out. Then you just totally let that dry. You can either let it air dry or you can cheat like I do and use some heat. Now the heat takes those bubbles right back out if there are any. I want to show you this sideways and show you, look at how there are no wrinkles in this. If there were any wrinkles, that heat will take it right out. Now I'm going to use the Dixie Belle's clear wax, the best dang wax, and I'm going to go around this bottom portion and just a little bit on the sides of the pictures there. Then I'm going to use my DIY black wax and do the exact same thing. I'm going to put very little bit of black wax on my brush. The reason why I put that clear wax down first is because the black wax is not hard to get off, but if you put down clear wax underneath it, it makes it a lot easier to maneuver and get that wax exactly where you want. I don't want any kind of really dark images, but I do want those scrolly patterns to stick out. So I just very lightly went over this, and then I just used a baby wipe to very lightly kind of dab it and get the excess off where I wanted it. And then you just stop whenever you're happy with the way it looks. I get these cute little sprigs from Amazon. They are in my Amazon store if you want them. A bunch of them comes in a package, and I'm just going to clip the little bottom part off with my wire cutters. I knew I wanted to use them, but I wasn't sure where I was going with this piece yet. But for now, I just clipped the bottom part off of these. Now, the next little part I can't take credit for because I held it up and asked my husband, well, what do you think? And he said, I just think it needs some kind of color behind the little scrolly stuff. Now, let me tell you, most of the time I think that man has no idea what he's talking about. But every little once in a while, I think that, he's a little bit of a genius. So I held some red felt up, just cheapo Walmart red felt, and it looked excellent. So I just cut it down to size and used my hot glue gun to glue it to the back of the little scrolly pattern, and it actually looks like something that would have came from that time period. I actually got a pack of these little ornaments from Hobby Lobby. 2 of them say joy and 2 of them say Mary. And I took the 2 words joy, and I'm going to put one down at the bottom, and then that little sprig that I cut off from my little pieces of Amazon, my little Amazon sprigs. And then the other one, I'm going to put it on the top of the Santa and another one of the little sprigs. And by the way, at Hobby Lobby, these are $2.99 originally, but with 60% off, it's just a little bit over $1, maybe about $1.10. I took this Dollar Tree candy cane ribbon and just went around the edges where the little scrolly met the actual picture there because I still felt like it didn't look finished. So I just put that on the top and the bottom, and actually this little candy cane ribbon looks very retro to me also. I hope you like this one. I love it. If you're enjoying my content so far, there's a few things I'd like to ask you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that little red button and subscribe. It's totally free. There's a bell beside it, and when you click that bell, YouTube's going to let you know every single time that I upload a video. And don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. That's the like button because that really helps me out on YouTube. And now I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Go over there and check me out too. And I wanted to show you guys what Costco sent me. Now, Costco is a company that, to me, it reminds me of Big Lots. They have a lot of the same thing as Big Lots. It's online. You can go and order your stuff there. And I have a coupon for you guys. It's going to be in the description box down below. They sent me that beautiful wreath that I just showed you on the front door. This is our Christmas tree this year. And then they also sent me this little blow up, which for now, yes, we do have it inside our house, but my grandson gets so excited because we haven't got all of our blowouts up yet. It's baby Jesus in the manger scene. Then they also sent me, the pack came with the wreath that was on the front door, these 2 Christmas trees that are in the little buckets, I guess you could call them, the little urns, and they are also light up. It all matches. It's got the little red berries on it. And then they also sent me a 9-foot garland that goes with that piece. And the garland is going up my stairway here. We have a spiral staircase, and it's perfect to put a garland up and down every year. And I'm going to show you what it looks like with the lights on also. I would show you a complete tour of my Christmas house, but we don't have everything up yet, so as of right now, I just wanted to make sure that you saw what Costco sent me. I think it's very, very pretty. The little cabin there that lights up, that is from Cracker Barrel last year. And then the black reindeer was a gold reindeer from Dollar General that I just painted black. I think it just makes all of your reindeer look very elegant when you paint them black. On the right side of my fireplace, that little elk that counts down how many days left till Christmas, I got that at Hobby Lobby for about $5 after the 60% off sale. But I really do love these little trees. I wish they had more lights on them, to be honest with you. But you put your little batteries in it, and your little battery pack hides in the urn at the bottom. But I am very pleased with it. I think it's very beautiful, and I'm going to leave that coupon in the description below. And a company called Tailored Canvases told me that I could pick any size of canvas that I wanted, and I absolutely love this one. It was my favorite. Fritz is our last name, and then Soddy Daisy, Tennessee is the city that I live in, and we've got established in 2004. That's our married date, and I just love it. Fritz Farmhouse. I'm going to leave their information in the description box below. It would make an amazing Christmas gift. And I bought this other canvas at Hobby Lobby about 2 or 3 years ago. These are only about $25 to $30 after their little discount. And it's the baby Jesus. And I just think this is so beautiful. Mary and Joseph are holding hands while they're looking at baby Jesus. And the beam of light is going on his face. That is my favorite thing out of all of my Christmas decor, guys. I think this is about a 24 by... maybe about a 24 by 20, I'm not really sure. But these are at Hobby Lobby. Now let's get back into DIY number 2. This one is a beautiful Christmas hat box. I got this gorgeous hat box at Hobby Lobby. It normally was $11.99, but I got the 60% off, and so I only paid $4.60 for it. And I just keep some of my little bits and bobs for Christmas inside of it. And what I want to do is put some of my IOD transfers on it, because Christmas is almost here and I have barely used any of my IOD transfers, which is a shocker. Well, you know, I'm doing my house in a woodland type theme this Christmas. I've got a lot of red birds and just a lot of different woodland animals and such. So I went through all the different IOD pieces and I settled in on this beautiful bear and some gorgeous pine picks that's going to go around him. And you know, if you've ever seen me do the IOD before, you basically just take the backing off of the piece that you're going to use and you lay it down. And then you're going to use your little tool that they send you, and you're going to rub it, and it's just going to come off on your piece. Now, I'm kind of peeling it up as I'm rubbing it with this piece because it helps it to stick so much better. And guys, don't forget my friend Lori over at Milton's Daughter. She has all of your IOD needs. She has all crafting needs, really. She sells paint. She sells crackle. She sells anything that you can imagine. The rice paper that I use. So you guys go over and check her out over at Milton's Daughter. I'll leave her information in the description box below. And on most things, you get a 10% off if you use Crafty Kathy 10. So I'm going to leave that info down below. And I'm doing the exact same thing here throughout this. It's just repetitive. I'm just laying down my piece and using my little tool that they sent me to scratch it onto my beautiful hat box. What I absolutely love about the IOD transfers is that you can put one on top of the other and they just kind of blend in. They look so good that way. And I love to add them together to make a beautiful scene. So I saved my bear for last because I wanted him right in the very front and I didn't want any of him covered up. And I couldn't help myself. I absolutely love the little red berries, and I had to add those here and there as I was layering my little piece. Now here's the package of little ornaments I told you earlier on my first DIY that I got that said Joey and Mary. They were normally $2.99. They're 60% off, so I think I paid less, right around $1 for these. And you get 4, and they're beautiful as they are, but I wanted to spice them up with a little bit of glitter. So what I did was just put a little bit of Mod Podge on them, and I put this very fine silver glitter. Y'all know that I'm out of my diamond glitter, which is my very favorite. I get it at Walmart, and it's a brand called Soleil or Soleil. I'm not sure how you say it. But guys, that diamond glitter is beautiful. It looks like white crystal snow or like sugar almost when you put it on. And at Christmas, I use that as an excuse to go hog wild with the glitter, I know. And I put a little bit of my fine red glitter on here too. And I just kind of went back and forth, almost to make it look like a little candy cane. Now on the second one that I did, I wanted to kind of tone it down a little bit, and I did mostly silver because the piece is already red. So I just wanted to see what it looked like if I put a little bit of silver. And this is also my excuse to use little things. My personal opinion is when I'm doing the retro stuff for Christmas, a lot of the stuff back in the 70s and 80s was almost kind of tacky. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like real glittery and bright and candy caney, and it almost had a tackiness to it. I mean, please don't hate me for saying that. That's just my personal opinion. At least our stuff was tacky. Hey, I live in Tennessee, and tacky was about all we could get, and we were tickled to death to get it. So I just put a little bit of hot glue on the one that had mostly silver, and I put it on my little hat box. Then I just added one of my tiny bows that I get from Amazon. And guys, this one is done. I wanted it to be simple, but I love this one. Let me know what you think.
Very Merry Christmas we'll have this year. Very Merry Christmas without all tears. Every night, every day is a happy holiday. A very Merry Christmas to you. Very Merry Christmas.
The last one is going to be simple, quick, and easy. It is a retro sleigh. I found this gorgeous sleigh for only $2 at the thrift store, and I just knew it had to come home with me. I took it outside and I gave it 2 coats of my Rust-Oleum 2 times in the color white. Yes, this does say $3 on the bottom, but it was $1 off, so I got it for 2. And I can't believe it's a really good size sleigh. Now, the first thing that I did was lay down a piece of green felt down inside the bottom, and then I just put one of those squares of the floral foam, and that way I can take it out when I want to. I got these tags. They are normally $3.99 from Hobby Lobby, but with 60% off, I paid about $1 a piece, and look how gorgeous these are. They're very full, and they look like real pine. I put 3 in there, 2 in the back and 1 in the front. And then this piece I got from Hobby Lobby. It is normally $10, but with the 60% off, I only paid $4. And I cut it into pieces so that we can use it all throughout this piece here. And you see, I do the same thing on all of my florals. What I add to one side, I try to add to the other side and just make it cohesive. Like here in the front, I'm putting some red snowy berries, and on the other side, I'm going to place some berries. I just try to do the same thing on both sides so it looks cohesive and looks nice. And I put my tallest piece in the very center because that's where your eye kind of goes to, is the center of the piece when you put your tallest piece in there. This green glittery flower piece that I just put in, I got this a few years ago after Christmas at Hobby Lobby, but it's one of their ornaments and I love it. I couldn't figure out which of my little retro signs I wanted to stick right in the center, but I went with this one from Walmart. It was $1.28 and it's got a little snowman. It says "Let It Snow." And pretty much this is done. I didn't want to overwork it. I put a couple of these little gold ornaments inside. I just kind of placed them here and there. Then I had some smaller ornaments, and of course these are from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut the little hangers off of them, and I have red ones and silver ones, and I like to put my little ornaments and things like this in 3s. I just think it looks better. It just goes well. I put a couple in the front, a couple in the back, and then anywhere where you're going to be able to see that floral foam, I just stick that polyfill, or I will take like the stuffing out of an old pillow and put it in there. And on my last video, if you remember, I made these little red and white streamers to go on that Santa Coca-Cola wreath, and I stuck one right up on the top of that little retro snowman sign because I thought it just kind of gave it a little something. And then this is a little piece of mesh that I just had left over from that wreath. It's just a little white mesh, nothing special. I just stuffed that in the back because I thought it looked cute, fluffed out. And that's all there is to this one. I hope you like this one.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running.
And as promised, I'm going to show you guys how I get my images off of Google, and I just print them onto rice paper or onto regular paper or whatever we're looking for. The first step that you do is go onto the Google app on your phone. And now I have an iPhone, so I think it's important to let you know that my iPhone, because it's a touch phone, and then you just put in whatever you're looking for. In this case, it's vintage Christmas clip art. And I slowed this way down. It's very important. Up at the top, there's about 4 different options. There's the word all, images, shopping, maps, and videos, I think. You pick that second one that says images, okay? And you just scroll down through here until you find the image that you like. The first one, let's say we like this first Santa. You just touch it with your finger, and then a button's going to pop up, and the second option on that button says add to photos. You hit add to photos, and it's literally going to go to your photos on your phone. Now let's go down through here and let's look for our next image. Let's say, for example, we want this cute little retro reindeer. You push that and go to that second option again, which is add to photos. Now, we're going to go into our photos and we're going to look, and all of these guys that we just put on here are in our photos. Now, we put in vintage Christmas clip art, but you know what? You may be searching for reindeer. You can put in there retro reindeer, whatever you're looking for. That's what you put on Google, and then always hit the word images. You just touch the image and add to photos, and it's in your photos. Now here I'm going to my photo app, and look, here they are. There's the reindeer, there's the Santa Claus, and then there is another picture of the reindeer. I must have put it in there 2 times, but you get the point. That's all I do, and then I go down to the bottom left, and I hit that little button where I can scroll down and hit the word print, and my printer is already hooked up to my thing here because it's got Bluetooth. I hit print, and boom, I print out that picture. And if you have rice paper already placed in your printer, or tissue paper, or regular paper, cardstock, whatever is in your printer, that's what your image is going to print on. So if you want to make this reindeer on rice paper, you would already have your rice paper in your printer. And the rice paper that I purchased off of Amazon is in my Amazon cart, just to let you guys know. I hope that was easy enough for you guys to understand. And just to recap really quickly, you go into Google. Let's say we're going to look for some Frosty. And you always also can put in, like, you want free Frosty pictures, okay? So here we're going to put in Christmas free Frosty pictures, okay? Make sure you hit the word images that's right there, right underneath it. And look, you go down through there and all these pictures of Frosty popped up. There's Frosty as we know him. You touch it and hit add to photos. And boom, Frosty is going to be right here in our photos with all the rest of our stuff. And then I just, like I said, I just print him right off. And that's all you do to get your pictures from Google. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I thank each and every one of y'all for coming and spending your time with me and watching my crafts and supporting my channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. And please, please give me a thumbs up because that really helps me out on YouTube. It helps to get me out there in front of people who've never seen me before. And I would love for everybody to be a part of our big old family here at Crafty Kathy because we always got room for more. And I'm tickled pink that we're already at 20,000. I'm so thankful, and I couldn't have got here without you guys. I love y'all, and I will see you soon. I'm going to try to get back on schedule and have my next video out Tuesday at 6:30. And I love you guys. And just, if you will, say a little prayer for my family that's been sick. My daughter's got the flu right now, and that's why this video was so late. But I love y'all. Y'all stay healthy, and I will see you Tuesday. Bye.